Hello and welcome to GrunfWorks. In today's behind the scenes video, I will be showing how I will upgrade my old trusty PC, which I've been using for years, into this brand new beast. And I will be showing you that via the PC Builder Sim. And how I would have done it, I will be using the PC Builder Sim app, and I'll also show you some footage from the real world. That means we will get a chance to compare between the real world and the PC Building Sim, because PC Building Sim has been appropriately named a very realistic PC building simulator. So we'll check how exactly realistic it is. So this case dates back to roughly 2005 and has been modified by myself by drilling a big gaping hole here so to provide for extra cooling. And if we remove a little bit of the side panel, what was inside is basically a CPU that's i7-3820, I believe, CPU, 16 gigs of Corsair RAM, visual DVD drive, well, nobody uses those anymore, and a couple of hard drives. And old card was a GeForce GTX 780, so very old one. And Corsair H, I think this is, was it 50 or 60 water loop, pretty nice, and which I had to actually saw out, as you can see, some parts of the rack to be able to fit it in from the get-go, go figure. And the power supply is an OCZ 700 watt supply, so pretty old, but it was a trusty rig. All the videos that have been done to this point, like 90% were done on this machine. So thank you, buddy, but it's time to put you to retirement. Okay, so the components that I've gotten is, we have here this big chunky Corsair 680X Crystal K RGB case, which will be powered by the RM750X Corsair white modular power supply. And inside we will be going with the Intel rather than the AMD because, well, you know, stability, compatibility and other reasons. Therefore we're going to go with the Asus Republic of Gamers Z490F ROG Strix gaming board, or gaming motherboard, and with the Intel 10700K CPU unlock, which will be cooled by this Corsair iQ H115i Elite Capelix water custom, well, not custom loop, but all-in-one cooler. And in addition, as you can see, there is no graphic card here. I will be using my 2080 RTX Asus Twinix OC graphic card. And for when it comes to the memory, we have here Corsair Vengeance 32 GB of DDR4 3200 MHz memory. And we have two NVMe drives, one 500 GB and one 1 TB drive for, you know, quicker access, better gaming, and, well, you know. Beside that, we have a couple of additional things like this RGB QL140 cooler, which will be going to the back of the case to replace the stock that is non-RGB. And also we will be adding we have gotten the PC toolkit, thank you very much. This is very handy to actually have, so I don't have to look up for screwdrivers. And cable ties and some, you know, zip ties. Hopefully that will be making this build interesting and hopefully easy. By the way, this is my sort of GrunfWorks workshop, which is also well known as kitchen. And if you hear any humming sounds, it's not any fancy hardware. Well, it is kind of fancy hardware. It's called dishwasher. Right, so without further ado, let's get into the assembly. Alright, so given that there was no Corsair 680 RGB, I have decided to go with its smaller brother, the 280X RGB. I mean, it's pretty similar, and you will notice in the video that not all components are exactly matching, but I try to keep them as true as possible. So similar, same processor, similar motherboard, similar speed RAM, similar amount of RAM, etc, etc. So hopefully those will be comparable in the end. And in the corner you will be able to see as the chassis looks like, so for comparison reasons. Now I'll let you enjoy the music and the assembly.
Told you that the stuff was serious. Whole thing cool with external water system. If there were better choices, yo, I must have missed them. Fill the case up with LEDs. Something obnoxious, red, pink, or green. Gotta think through each component decision. Building the ultimate PC is my vision. Tweaking BIOS
Is a brand new assembled Corsair 680X RGB white case, beautiful case, and I will show you all the details inside. A beautiful white case with tempered glass, 3 RGB fans on the front, a side panel that easily detaches, well, not that easily, but it has some strong magnets. Inside we have a water cooler, that's Corsair H115 Elite Capelix with 2 RGB fans and the radiator on top. One Corsair QL, I believe 140mm RGB fan on the outside. And also the graphics card is my old one, GrunfWorks RTX, I think 280 OC, not the TI. Corsair RAMs will be our Corsair 2x16GB Vengeance, and the motherboard is Asus ROG Strix Z490F. So beautiful case, and I will be running I'm running two NVMe drives and a couple of hard drives. So just a brief look at the case. Looks flashy. Detachable side panel. Very big, very spacious. Love it. And here you can see how it looks like with the RGBs running off when you fire it up. And another view from the inside. I prefer to paint just the white, but figured to show the full RGB spectrum. Now the fun part, testing. So first we want to fire it up, and first we get into the BIOS. Basically what I want to check in the BIOS, I want to set that the RAM timings, the memory timings, is that the XMP profile is enabled in both cases, and that the memory frequency is running at the 3200 megahertz. So basically that to ensure that we're getting the performance that we paid for, I guess, in both systems. Right. So onward to running a 3D Mark. Let's save and restart the PC, and then we'll be running the 3D Mark. Well, I've tried to sync them to the best of my ability. I really like this part. Alright, let's check up the results. 10,469. And if we compare that to the other two PCs, you can see that the results are comparable to my new PC. So I think this is actually realistic. Nice. Alright, so I'm not gonna dilly-dally and discuss the specs anymore between the old and the new machine. I'm just gonna say I really enjoyed using the PC Builder, and it was actually quite fun, and it turns out to be mostly realistic. Some things like the finer points of the cable management and the grommets and everything can be omitted, but all in all it looks fun. And hopefully what I hope to bring you is the 60 frames per second gaming in the videos to come. So NVMe SSDs, so we do expect that this one will be faring quite a bit shorter. So there you have it, guys. We went with an upgrade from this guy to this guy, and using the PC Builder game. So I hope you liked the video. As always, give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks signing off.